Shalom and good evening. I bring you some news today for those who have been watching as the Messiah instructed us to. For some of y'all might not have been aware, but Jerusalem has some snow. And the title of this news broadcast is Jerusalem Celebrates First Snowfall in 6 Years. And you're probably saying to yourself, why is this so important for us to know these things? Well, it goes in hand with the Bible, y'all, believe it or not. So now let us begin. I first like to give honors to our Father, Yahuwah, for he is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I also want to give homage to his son, Yahusha HaMashiach, for he is the Son of God, the second Adam, and the Messiah, which is the anointed one. And I like to give my respects unto the Ruach HaKodesh, who is the Holy Spirit, known as the Spirit of wisdom, the beauty of holiness, the glory of Yah, and the 7 eyes and 7 spirits of Yahuwah. Good evening and shalom, shalom, everyone. I bring greetings to the bride of the Messiah, to the 144,000, and to the nation of Israel. So now let's get right to it. Yes, Jerusalem has snow, y'all, this month. Now you're going to see why it's so important that you understand the Most High calendar and not the fourth beast calendar, which is the Gregorian calendar, the Roman calendar, which is the heathen calendar. Okay, that is Satan calendar that Daniel prophesies unto us. Okay, now you're going to see why it's so important for us to understand the Most High calendar for those who are watching and praying, because without it, you won't understand the biblical prophecies, nor will you understand the biblical dates. Okay, so as you see before you, we know we're going to have the naysayers. Okay, they're going to find something to criticize or something to say, no, that's not true. You ain't got to do it, etc. So we're going to call them the Roman Christians. In the Greek tongue, they say Christiani. That's just another way to say Christians. We're also going to call them the Hellenizers and the heathens. All right. Now let's open up with the date. Very important that we know what the date is. We need to know the time, the season we're in. Very important, because you may not be aware there is a 7,000-year prophecy. In the Most High time, I will give you what the 7,000-year prophecy is. Okay, but let us begin. The heathen date is today is February the 18th in the year of 2021 AD. I need to make a correction here. We are in the nighttime phase of the day. Very important for you to know. And the day that this heathen called, they call it Thursday. And then when you study history, you will learn that the Romans called it Dies Jovis. And when you translate that, that means the day of Jupiter. That was their god. Now Jupiter would translate back into the Greek, who is Zeus. Okay. So their day began from midnight to midnight, okay, because their father, who is Satan, is the father of darkness. Therefore, they are the children of darkness, so they follow the things that their father do. However, the children of the Most High, who are the children of light, follow behind the father of light, which is Yahuwah. The world today call him God, but his name is Yahuwah. Another name is Yah. So today's date for him is we are in the 12th month, known as Adar. Now today is the 7th day, and far as the year is, it is the 8th day from Adam, which is the 13th day from creation. We are in the 8th week of Enoch's 10-week prophecy, and we are in the 6th day in the first week of this month. We are on the 6th day in the first week of this month. As you see, it's very different from the heathen's calendar. Okay, we don't have days that are dedicated to other gods. Okay, so we say we are on the 6th day in the first week of the Most High calendar. As far as the day of the sun, we are in the sun's 12th month and first day. Do y'all see this? We're in the last month of winter. The last month of winter. Okay, I need to type right here so you can see last month of winter, which is very important that you know this, so you can understand what's going on. All right, because I know you've been trained to the heathens calendar, and you're not familiar that we still are in winter. We're not in spring yet. Okay. So his day starts from sundown to sundown again because he is the father of light. Therefore, we are the children of light. So he begins his day with light and end with light. Now, to give you understanding why I say Messiah, you can find that in Daniel chapter 9 and John chapter 1, verse 41. The Greek would say Messias. In the English tongue, we say Messiah. And in the Hebrew tongue, we say Mashiach. Other words for the Messiah, because when you understand the mysteries that pertain to him, you will learn that he is the sword, he is the fire, he is the water, he is the salt, he's the rod, the staff, the right hand, the stretched out arm, the living word, the witness of the tabernacle that was established in the wilderness, the light, the second Adam, the Messiah, known as Anointed One, and the Aleph and the Tau. Now that is Hebrew for the first and beginning. That is Hebrew for the first and the last, and the beginning and the end. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what this news is about with Israel having some snow, y'all. And it's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds long. Oh, before we begin, let me show you the details first. And this link will be put in the video description box. Once this video is uploaded and processed, I will attach it to the letter I. And which brings me to this. Please check the video description box for some very important announcements. Also, listen to YAHUAH prophetic messages. You will begin to understand why these things are happening now. Our Father in heaven has spoken through his prophets. These are not the words that come from men. This comes from our Father in heaven, for he is a spirit, remember? So he told you what to do and what to expect to come. It's in those messages. All right, now let's begin.
Dave, what is going on there in Jerusalem? I can barely recognize it. What's going on in Jerusalem?
Yes, Kalev, it's a very, very exciting evening here in Jerusalem. After over 7 years that we haven't seen such a snow in the city, we are in the eye of the storm. Snow is all around us. I want to just show you what's going on right here on all of these cars around us. It's a day of celebration. Residents of Jerusalem are going out to the street, playing with each other, building snowmen, and it's really a very special day. People who grew up in Jerusalem know that snow is the one holiday that comes not once a year, but once every several years, and the celebrations are going to go accordingly. However, for authorities, it's less festive today. Roads to Jerusalem are being closed and might reopen during the night, but right now there's a good chance they will stay closed as snow is getting heavier, and there's a very, very good chance that tomorrow Jerusalem will wake up to a completely white morning. You can see right behind me that the storm is only getting heavier as we speak, and it's definitely going to be something that's going to make Jerusalem residents very happy, Jerusalem municipality quite worried.
Right. Well, I have to ask you, Adig, because I usually drive home from here in Jaffa to Jerusalem every night. I do see cars behind you. Are the roads in Jerusalem being plowed now?
Well, there are cars going behind us. There are vehicles of the municipality trying to open the main roads of Jerusalem and to plow salt on them in order to open them. However, it's hard to tell how things will develop. Usually during the night of these storms, the activity to open the roads stops at some point, and the storm is expected to get heavier during the night. So there is a good chance that at some point, for a few hours during the night, the roads will be shut completely, and only tomorrow, early in the morning, they will reopen.
Right. We are expecting, we heard something about 4 inches of snow going through the evening. Do you have are people going, you see people out in the street there going out having snowball fights, trying to build snowmen, or is it a little too heavy right now for that?
No, for Jerusalem residents, if there's already snow, they will be out. And there's actually people all around us right now. We'll see a lot of people playing in the snow. We've actually almost got hit by snowballs on the way to do this broadcast. We hope we won't get hit until the end of this live, but there's definitely going to be a lot of people playing out in the snow.
I think
and again, as you can see, the clouds are getting heavier and heavier around us. I can see
it. Adi Kaplowitz in snowy Jerusalem, thank you for that.
There you have it. Now you're probably saying, why is this so important? They say some very interesting things in that news paragraph. Now I'm going to tell you this. Yahuwah is working, y'all. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of things that's going on in the heavens and the earth. And those who are observing these things and paying attention, we understand what these things mean. Again, those who are not connected to the Father, in other words, those who have rejected the living word, who is the truth, okay? Those who have rejected the living word, who is the truth, is not going to see these things and understand it. But what this also means unto us, those who are observing the Most High calendar and are keepers of Enoch's prophetic writings of the lights in the heaven will understand why we need to pay attention to this sign. Okay? Something to really think and meditate on. Because now we are in the for far as the sun is in its 12th month now. So once that month is complete, that is the end of winter. Also, the moon is already in its 12th month. It's about 7 days before. Let me go to the calendar right here. So the moon appeared about 6 days before the sun entered into the 12th sign of Mazzaroth. Okay. And since we're looking at this, remember we have some biblical events. One has already passed. That was on the 3rd day of the moon. That's when the temple was complete in the days of Ezra. So I recommend that you read Ezra chapter 6 and 1 Ezra chapter 7 if you have not. And then we have some upcoming biblical dates. Some people may not be aware there was a 3-day fast that Esther and the Israelites participated in. Also, there was a banquet feast too, known as the wine banquet feast, and they had like 2 days of that. That's another biblical event you want to look at because something significant happened at that event. And then we had Purim, which falls on the 14th and the 15th day of the month. So those are some important things to look at. Okay. And that's all the events for that month. And also we'll be talking about the mystery of Adar and the meaning of why it means exceeding glorious. Okay. But getting back to the subject, the moon appeared before the sun entered to the 12th sign of Mazzaroth 6 days before now. Okay. So those who are watching and observing will pay attention to these things and look at them because we already know what's going to come. We're just waiting for it to manifest itself. This is why I announced unto you, Israelites, a couple of days ago about to look out for the true date of the Passover. Okay. And I need to type this too. I'm going to type it below here. The true date of the Passover. Okay. Some people call it the Lord's Supper. Okay. Some people call it communion. And then the world has been trained to call it Easter, but we know that's not the correct translation because when you look in the Greek tongue and the Hebrew tongue, as well as Aramaic, you would see it would not translate to the word Easter. It would translate back to the English word Passover, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. In Hebrew, they have Pesach. Okay. In the Greek, they have Pesach. Okay. I can't remember on the top of my head how it's spelled in the Aramaic, but it's very close to the Hebrew way. I think they just have a K in it. Okay. But when you translate it into the English tongue, the correct transliteration is Passover. Okay. But we know that the world has been taught to call Passover Easter because of the fourth beast church known as the Roman Catholic Church. Basically, you might say the Roman Christian Church because we can see the whole world participating in that pagan day and not in the true date. So your true date of Passover would be, and this is very important for you to know this, for those who are new and coming in, is Abib 14. So you need to find out what day Abib 14 falls on. Then we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread for 7 days we have to keep. So that starts on Aviv the 15th to Aviv 21st. Okay, so that way you have those dates. Very important that you have those correct biblical dates and not follow behind the Fourth Beast Church. Okay, and you probably say, why this is so important? Because the prophets have prophesied unto you, we will keep these things in the kingdom to come. We will keep it in the millennium kingdom when the Messiah reigns for 1,000 years, and we will also keep it in the eternal kingdom to come when the Father, after the Father has judged all, which is angels and Adam, mankind, and when He comes, He will bring the new heaven and new earth with Him, which is lead us back to this. Those who are observing these things that takes place in the earth, because we can see this snowstorm taking place in Jerusalem, and we can see other things manifesting itself in the heavens. So your heaven and the earth are witnesses unto us. Again, the word of God, the word of Yah will confirm this unto you, or what I'm telling you. So again, why is this so important? So if they haven't snow and we're in the 12th month, what going to be affected? That's how I want to say it. What is going to be affected that we are dependent on in order to have the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Okay, that's a question to you. Another interesting thing I saw in that news broadcast is that I'll notice that the snow happened in this year, 2021, and they said that they don't get snow that often. So it's been 6 years ago when they had snow, and so I took the number 6 and subtracted from the year of 2021. I got the year 2015. Now I know why this is significant, but I want to bring this to your attention. Why do you think this number would be significant? And to get the answer on that, join us this Adar the 8th day, okay, in the 8th day of Adam, which is the 13th day of creation, which will fall on the heathen day, February the 20th, in the year of 2021 AD, on their day called Saturnine Day or Saturday. Join us this Saturnine Day or Saturday, and you will get the answer, or look for the recording of that day. The gathering, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me correct myself. That is the day where we come together as the family of God to study about His calendar and the mysteries. So that mystery will be revealed unto you this coming Saturday. So if you cannot attend the class session with us, then look for the recording. For those who want to attend the class session with us, call me at 919-972-8970 to get the information on how you can join us. All right. Continue, my brothers, to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, for it's truly at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, and baptize the people in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and the Holy Spirit baptism, and the apostle continued both. And in this time of the coronavirus plague, if you have no one to baptize you, you can do it yourself. That's how easy the Father made it for you. For the water, the earth, and the heaven are witness unto you. Read 1 John chapter 5 to understand how the water is a witness unto you. And through those witnesses, they can let the Father know who enter into the new covenant, which is the new marriage. That's a mystery behind that, y'all, behind these covenants. But anyway, that's how easy. So as the Egyptian eunuch says, where there's water, ye can be baptized. It all depends on what? On your faith. Okay? For as the Holy Spirit baptism, our Father can give that unto you. Again, all you have to do is ask Him in the name of His Son, Yahusha HaMashiach, and He will give it according to your heart, your faith, and works, and the appointed season that He had to give these things unto you. So again, these some things to think about. Remember to keep the date. Passover is on V the 14th. Feast of Unleavened Bread is on the V 15th to V the 21st. Father's telling me to remind you, remember, whatever is listed on the Gregorian calendar, you cannot go by that, because He gave us the two witnesses for us to look at. That's the heaven and the earth. Those are the ones we should look to get the correct date for Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Now, Passover is the day when the Messiah was crucified. This is very important. Okay, right? It is the date. Far as the day when he resurrected, it was on Abib 16th. The prophet Hosea and Josephus will confirm this. Okay, because this is the same day where you have the manna to cease, and this is the same day where the Israelite offered the sheep weight offering of the first fruits of the barley harvest to represent the first resurrection. And you know who's the first one of that resurrection was the Messiah. And then on that same day, the saints also resurrected with him, those that he delivered out of Sheol. Okay, very important to know. All right, I had said enough in this video. I hope you enjoyed this news section that was given unto you about Jerusalem celebrates first snowfall in 6 years. Okay, and I bid y'all shalom.